Ah, you can't put numbers in it. Okay, I can't even put a space in it. Let's go with Yeonju. Hey! Let's see, wait. I see an annoying girl run towards me in the distance, waving with her hands in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on these days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just lie and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said something like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Yeonju. But people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want or two. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Yeonju, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, just I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'd join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, and I'm perfectly content just getting on by with the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. No promises, though. You at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her mind. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things up, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the enemy club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. Thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spaced out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me. Sometimes I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm coming to your club. Needy. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyways? Well, kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really all that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning that she has to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, alright? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you don't call me a new member. Glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Yeonju, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's nice to see you again, Yeonju. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked. But we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Yeonju. We made room for you at the end of the table, so you just sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my hand looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Or are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Oh my god, Sundari. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated, Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Yanju, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering it. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Oh, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way that her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't be expecting that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Huh? Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is about cute as you are. And Sayori sidles up to Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. I just share them sometimes. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable about to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get all a little bit more confident and comfortable with each other, and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Yeonju? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one more problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been in my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Yeonju. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If it really just came for cupcakes, I would be super peeved. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Alright, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Remember everyone's today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Yeonju, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Yeonju. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and me never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will they really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Maybe I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. In other words, my character's thirsty. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Infinite memories. Hopeless friends. Whisper. last year too. I didn't know you planned to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you're not gonna see the end of it. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Yonju always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Yonju become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do we do? Sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess it means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. You'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I can expect Monica to kick off the schedule activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri at least a little bit more. At the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. Around that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing her make her cover. Oh, it's fine. I was focused, and I probably shouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading this bit, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. Something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. While her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life just starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Yonju? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those sort of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly you thought you were related to the protagonist. They made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I don't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were saying you were looking forward to it. Just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. It is reading in company with somebody. I see. Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I almost feel like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it more difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over to Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. Probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished reading the page before me, so I turn it at my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see it into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. Beyond you, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing. What do you think that? Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we waited too long. Ah. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I read it with you? I guess I don't have much preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? It's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters of your own time. Alright. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back in my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I see her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but it ends up covering her own whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge helmet coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. It's meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the word of poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Is that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri's finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different writing skills and techniques that go through a writer even for a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Also, I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I probably shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to yourself or me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. This must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm breathing air as of the present, but living in the past, the light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Oh, also I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. Was it too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easily to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, aren't you? Really? That's a totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. It's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was just really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Anju. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's do Monica. Hi, Anju. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off with going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Anju. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all get to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Yanju. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not really sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it by feel or letting them deep analyze it, all of the nuisances. It takes years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying all new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. So I'm pretty confident for somebody who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I have to feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh boy. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into anything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis in the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like this since it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's go with Sayori. It's a good poem, aren't you? You sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I suppose you're right. That's why you impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Yanji. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to you for that. Or I'm gonna hold you to that. Yay. Now you read my poem, right? Right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, I just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. At least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it like it was a bad poem. This came out nice, but... Or, how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad, just get breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. It's so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. Yanji, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. It's not very good. Yeah, but I put in effort. We all started off somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough? Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyways, I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, I probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that I put some more weight on the wordplay. I like to set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone judged me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. Sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? You just decided to say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you'd say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. It's trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody to actually like it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Yanji did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the thought, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't. And Yanji liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? It's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Yanji appreciates my advice more than you appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make sure everything I do was overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Yanji started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Yanji, she's trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of your poems so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Yanju. Wait, there's a reason that we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Yanju? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Just from my experience, I'd actually say that Yuri's more Oh boy. Yuri... Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. There's no secret I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. That's something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did! It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, no one has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Is everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Yanji. You're T-Tan. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. A good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Alright, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How'd y'all feel about sharing poems? It was lots of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Yeah. Hang on. Yanju, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do some of the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Yeonju, ready to rock home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. Well, what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. You can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Yeonju, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't gotten this kind of situation, man. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the head. I say that more to myself than to her, but as easy as Sayori is an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. The raccoon. It happened dead in the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon was fed his all come back from home. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm nearly projecting my emotions onto the nearly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following. You can say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so it's my bread that's always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement. A rush of classic Pavilion flavoring, conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. It's a little more daring than this, and I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Oh boy. That came out of nowhere. A little close to my preferred writing style, using a poem as a canvas. That one was a little bit dark. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Just like a chalkboard on a turntable. Playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. This is the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to place your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote those lines, really short, makes you feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh yeah, I forgot saving was a thing. Oh my goodness, so good, Yeonju. I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sorry, I might be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what it's like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion is a little more constructive on this. Maybe Natsuki's. Sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? I'm sure that's part of it. But I think I understand you a lot better than most people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Yeonju poem. And that makes it extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Shiori hugs the sheet against her big chest. You're so weird, Shiori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems, so good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure how that's exactly how it feels. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why do you even try to give it some thought? You want me to write something for me? So sweet. Yeah, right. I was thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up burning at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. It's like happy poems? Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet? Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Shiori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? You've been getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Anju. You should write that down then. You can read my poem, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger, pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle is a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save a day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden within nook and crannies, digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They were all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy cow. Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being so cheery. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself this way. It helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is gonna be one of those times. But seeing passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Natsuki. Well, I can admit it was better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding and express something. It's gonna sound like you're forcing it unless you don't really suck at it. Honestly, don't bother to try to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. Somehow I struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves a poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step in my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I'd destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything for just a few days. We end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? They don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters and I designed some pamphlets so we can handle the events. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're gonna exactly do for the events. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it. We're gonna be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry contest performance. Each of us is gonna choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're gonna let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I would never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys... No, Sayori, I understand where this is coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's just a lot of them to recite the poems out loud to a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But... I think we should give it our best shot. We're the only ones responsible for the Faded Clubs, so if we start the event to put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the people who perform, the better we do, whoever show literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club together. Don't you want to share that with others, to inspire them with the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And that's all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone's expected faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. It's clear the club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. I'm going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, you can't recite your poem in front of the class. How do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. Start off with everyone's feels more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice. It's getting so much work just to read. Yeah. Thing is, I want to make sure that Sayori is okay, actually. Guys are making it way too, like, personal. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, this game has officially intrigued me. There's a permadeath mechanic in a visual novel. Oh god. Okay, Yuri, you might have been my first pick, but after what I just went through, I want nothing to do with you. The heck? The heck? That's not how the original one went. What the heck is this game? What? I think Hieri's next. Hang on. I need to look up something. Oh. 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 God dang. Okay. I know now why it's specifically oolong. I'm like at the moment where I'm like, okay, this is creepy, but I want to continue. Creepy as heck. What? Oh, no, my cutting saves were taken out. Delete her. Oh boy. Wait, what? What? God dang, stop playing with me. No. What the heck? The bloodstains are blackening. What? said Yanju. I have a confession to make. You are truly the light in my world, and there's nothing else in this game for me. So we do from now on. Go out with me. Hang on. I need to try something right now. I'm sorry, but... Oh my god, I can actually just delete Monica. What would happen if I just deleted Monica right here? What? How the heck did you know? Yep, saw that coming. I actually deleted her. Did I... Is... Is it all better now? What? I am so lost. This is a crazy game. What? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you.
Hang on.
Flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way
Where is
you
this?
start. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to
Where's the
find
.org?
that special day?
Where's the OGG files? God dang it.
Everybody a fun assignment to do today. When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words
But
when a
what?
smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all? Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, I continue exposing us minds to a horrible reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can let my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. At the time it lasts, I want to thank you for making my dream come true, for being a friend of all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. What? No way. What? Dude, what? Holy cow, what? 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 What the heck did I just play? The heck did I just play? Like, I'm trying to start it up again, and this is the only screen. The heck? What? I don't... What? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna need a break. If anybody's watching this far into the thing, oh boy. You might as well just watch the clip or whatever recording. I don't know. Thing. I don't know. That was crazy. That was crazy. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm wishing I was actually recording that on top of everything. Jesus Christ, that was weird. It was strange because I know a thing or two about how to surf through file explorer, and this is what I get out of it. Now I'm wondering what would happen if I deleted Monica, like right as soon as the game started. What the heck would happen? Oh boy. That was crazy. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna be stopping here. You guys have a beautiful night, or wherever time it is there. I'm just gonna